Hello, it's a beautiful sunny day here in Western Pennsylvania. I hope you get out to enjoy it today. It is Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day, whichever you are observing. They both happen today. One sort of cancels the other one out, I guess. And I always wondered, why does one have to cancel the other one out? Why can't we observe one today and learn about that history and observe the other next Monday and observe that history and learn more about both of them? Why can't we do that? Why does there always have to be a fight? And why do a lot of kids in a lot of school districts get today off? Shouldn't they be in school learning about it? And my niece, she won't put in a full week's worth of school in the month of October. There's that many holidays and observations in her school district. Oh boy, 4-day work weeks for the kids for the whole month of October. And I find it ironic that our governments, which celebrate Indigenous people today, are the same governments that control the reservations that are oppressive and poverty-stricken. And they're the most oppressive and most poverty-stricken lands in America, on our continent. At any rate, I hope the kids are happy they get today off school. Just a few other things that I've been wondering about. Remember this, just before the war in Ukraine, our intel experts told us that Vladimir Putin would attack his own troops that were on the border between Russia and Ukraine and use that as a reason to invade Ukraine. I never bought that. I just figured if the nut wanted to invade Ukraine, he was going to. He had all those troops lined up on the border anyways. He was just going to go in, and that's what he did. Well, 2 weeks ago, we heard that same false flag narrative when the Nord Stream pipeline was attacked. Remember? Now, the Nord Stream pipeline connects Russia to Germany, and it supplies natural gas, and it runs through the Baltic Sea. The Baltic Sea is one of the most monitored sections of the planet. The US monitors it, NATO monitors it, some EU countries monitor it, Russia, probably China as well. So it is very monitored. So I never bought the excuse that he blew up his own pipeline to punish himself and create sympathy. I don't get that. I think if he was going to blow something up, it would have been the rival pipeline that opened on the day of the explosion, which connects Norway, Denmark, and Poland with natural gas. So it's a rival, and it actually crosses Nord Stream. So I didn't buy that excuse from Intel either. But the media did and really ran with it. But I haven't heard much about it since then. Today, you hear news about that big bridge, the symbolic bridge that connects Russian mainland to Crimean Peninsula. Well, it got blown up. Part of it got blown up this past weekend. You probably saw that video. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? But I haven't heard speculation that Vladimir Putin blew up his own bridge. He loved that bridge. It's very symbolic. He opened it in 2018, I think. He was the first person to drive across it. So there you go. But yeah, no speculation there. Hey, here at home, we are concerned about crime and safety as well, and terror. That's a big concern for many voters. But are we getting the complete picture of crime in our neighborhoods? Did you know that 40% of police departments have not submitted the information required to the FBI? The FBI released statistics last week about crime in the United States, but they are very incomplete. Again, 40% of departments not supplying the information to the FBI. And guess what? Those departments, most of them are in Pennsylvania, Florida, Illinois, California, and New York, where a candidate for governor's home is part of a crime scene because of a shooting between rival gangs, I guess, on the street in front of his house. The U.S. Senate race here in Pennsylvania is up for grabs. It is considered a toss-up, and it features Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman and Dr. Oz. They're going at it. You see the ads. I've been to Braddock several times in the last month, 3 times actually. I've walked the streets, I've had food, I've had lunch there, and I talked to pedestrians and also some business owners as well. It's a tough town. It's fallen on tough times since the mills closed. We know that. It's very proud people as well. But it can be dangerous, right? You see the ads saying that Lieutenant Governor, when he moved there, cleaned it up, made it safe. There are some green shoots. There are some efforts there where it's growing again. But then I also see the ads, every time I'm there, I think of these ads that claim that Dr. Oz wouldn't last 2 hours on the streets of Braddock. I found that ironic. So is the town safe? Or is it dangerous where a candidate wouldn't last for 2 hours on the streets in Braddock? Ask Lee Zeldin from New York, where it was just a shootout in front of his house, I guess. I don't know. Has anybody else ever thought of that? Hey, the election is coming up November 8th. You're less than 30 days out. Register to vote. Mail in your vote if you prefer. I'm going to show up. I want them to earn my vote. I want them to sweat it out before I walk in and cast my ballot. And I may even call Allegheny County and volunteer at the polls. Have a great day. Thank you for watching.